But you mentioned that one there about decision making under pressure.
Yeah.
Would you tell us how you learn to make decisions under some examples like that under fire yesterday that looked traumatic from us from our perspective? How did you learn to think clearly and make the right call?
So I have a little internal mantra that sort of is constantly going, and the first part of that is regulate. And actually, regulation refers to self-regulation. So I've got to get a grip of myself, but also I've got to be able to regulate everybody else as well. So I've got this kind of little mantra going. Resilience is the sort of second part of that mantra, because you've got to recognise that you're going to have to take a hit at times. And I think there's a notion that resilience is endurance, and I would disagree. I would say resilience is the ability to rest. So if you take rapid rest, you can kind of maintain performance over a long period of time. And then finally, that part of the mantra, which is getting to the decision making, is response, how you respond. And I sort of see decision making as falling into, I think I'm going into your sort of academic territory now, but I see decision making as being kind of system one emotional decision making, which is based on the patterns we expect to see. And I think that's got value, we can't ignore it, but you've then got to take that information and put it into something rational. And that's where, something I presented yesterday during the keynote was a decision making model that takes that kind of initial system one thinking and puts it into a logical sequence. And then that's then engaging your system two more logical thoughts. So I try to sort of regulate, don't ignore my gut reaction, but incorporate it into a model. So from my point of view, if you've got some models and some tools, I find that they really ground you into reality, and then you can